let's close things up talking about the good old, we were talking New York. Now we're talking about that good old Boston Celtics, the Boston Celtics. And yet again, all these reports are fucking coming from the Bleacher Report mock draft of Jonathan Wasserman, where apparently, according to Wasserman, it's unclear who Boston would target, though it's possible the Celtics could look to consolidate their draft capital, which currently includes the 14th, the 26th, and the 30th overall selections. Soapy, before we talk about who they could target, are the Celtics finally moving up this year? Yes or no?
I mean, it depends. Is Danny Ainge in his grave yet?
Not that I believe. I have not heard that Danny Ainge has passed away.
Well, then they're not getting moved.
Okay.
I stand by it. I was just going to say no, and I'm like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'll elaborate on it a little bit. I have a higher chance of going back to college and graduating at top of my class than Danny Ainge even thinking about trading.
I love how you had to throw in the top of your class.
Yeah. I mean, dude, hey, who knows? Maybe University of Michigan doesn't fuck me over this time and actually accepts me. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But it's one of those things. I think the Celtics they're just one of those teams that like they don't know when to stop getting young talent.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, like, we were saying, all this shit last year, like, when they picked, like, Carson Edwards and everyone like that, It's like, you guys don't need more young talent. You have your young talent on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Trade for somebody. And they're like, Carson Edwards good. Like, that's what they did. And it's like, dude, I get it. You want more young talent because you want more long-term success in the fact of if you hit on one of these people, congratulations. It's going to be good. Turns out, the only one who was decent was Langford.
Yeah.
You could have turned those three picks into a player.
Grant Williams wasn't terrible.
I know, but let's be honest here, though. Langford was most likely the best of the three that got drafted.
Yeah.
Or at least one of, like, the 500 that had been drafted.
Yeah.
Like, and my whole thing is, like, I get the whole fear. And the whole thing, I kind of get where they're coming from. There is the fear of if you trade that pick and it becomes a player who's better than who you could have traded for, like, then there's kind of the whole, like, oh, you look bad in the trade. The only thing is, who gives a shit? You'll be an NBA champion.
So,
wipe your tears with the fucking ring. Take the Larry O'Brien trophy and, like, rub it against your eyes. You'll probably get pink eye or something, but it's worth it. You're an NBA champion. Your name's in the history books. No one cares who fucking the Hornets drafted, or not the Hornets. No one cares who the Pelicans drafted afterwards. No one cares who the Timberwolves drafted. No one cares who the Bulls drafted. No one cares who anyone else drafted.
So, dumb question.
Potential dumb answer.
How many of the Celtics' first three picks would they need to trade to move up to number 6 with the Hawks? Would they need to give up 14, 26, and 30, or just 14 and 26 to move up from 14 all the way to 6?
See, my only thought process with that is how do teams view this draft? Like, obviously, like, us as fans and, like, analysts and stuff like that are saying, oh, this ain't a deep draft. But for instance, like, let's say teams are finding out, like, oh, there's a lot of hidden gems in this draft.
Yeah, well, and that's what I'm thinking, so one of the guys that I think is, because I've got guys that I like in this draft. LaMelo Ball, I like Obi Toppin. Onyeka Okongwu is another one that I like. I got to mention my boy Nico Mannion too. But Onyeka Okongwu is a guy that I like. And looking at Tankathon, like, if Onyeka Okongwu is there at 6 where the Hawks are, that's a guy that I feel like the Celtics should, like, no matter who if they took 3 guys at 14, 26, and 30, none of those 3 guys, maybe the guy at 14 might be able to help them, but they could just trade all 3 of them, move up for a guy like Onyeka, who is really the one main position that they need some help with. They need a 5. They need somebody at the center position.
What, you don't think Daniel Tice can be the center of the future?
No, man. If anything, it's the former 24/7 I-95, 296, 375, 33 and 2/3 champion, Enes Kanter.
I mean, dude, hey, who knows? Maybe one day when Enes Kanter learns how to play some defense, he can stay on an NBA court.
I mean, hey man, 24/7 champ, put some respect on it. But like,
Yeah, like I think it's just. Oh,
no. Go ahead.
I don't know. My whole thing is
Proceed.
like I feel you can find other solid centers later in the draft as well, because obviously like someone like Isaiah Stewart. I don't want to always bring up Xavier Tillman.
But do they have the potential that Onyeka does? That's the thing.
I mean, well, yeah, and that's the thing of where, like, do you think someone like Onyeka is going to instantly make your team that much better?
Yes, I love
what
it.
If the Celtics don't think that?
I know, but I'm saying like me personally, that's what I'm looking at. Where it's like, I think Onyeka could be a hidden gem to where I love his rim protecting. I love his ability to rebound, especially on the offensive end. And I think those are two things that the Celtics could need, because you got JT, you got Jaylen Brown, you've got Gordon Hayward, you've got Kemba Walker, you've got guys to where it's like, they're like, you don't need the Zion Williamson of this draft. You just need someone that's going to help you. Onyeka Okongwu could be a guy that helps them. Even a Devin Vassell. Maybe if they fucking like, this could be the team that's like, fuck it, we're gonna trade up and take Isaac Okoro because we've got enough offense. We just need someone to play some defense.
Well, I mean, the only problem is then you just add another small forward to that lineup of the 800 small forwards already.
Is it the
then
worst
you got to figure out something to do. Oh, I mean, then you're still stuck with Daniel Tice as your center. Unless you really want to fully commit the small ball and have Isaac Okoro be your center.
Yeah, good point. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Like, I want them to trade up. I really do. But it's fucking Danny Ainge. Like I said, Danny Ainge ain't trading those picks till he's dead. You're going to need someone to literally, like Brad Stevens would have to sit there, pull a fucking gun on him, hold the gun to his head and tell him, trade this goddamn pick or I'm gone.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is maybe the 6 is too high. Maybe it's like a move up to like 10 or 11 or even like move up to 12, like a short move up to get like a Sadiq Bey, to get like a Patrick Williams because you think that Williams is going to be gone by 14. Like, to me it's like you're either adding a guy like Onyeka because you need a 5. Devin Vassell would be the second guy I look at, mainly because this team defense wouldn't be bad, and you can add defense and offense through him. And then number 2 would just either like a Sadiq Bey for shooting or like a Patrick Williams, because hey, we can play Tice at the 5 and have Patrick Williams be our 4. I think it's going to be interesting to see what exactly the Celtics want, because they're a good team. They're a playoff team. But who knows? Maybe they make every fucking pick in the first round that they have.
Yeah, and then knowing the Celtics locked out, they'll miss on every single one of them. And then we'll just be like, man, you could have traded every one of those picks to get a good player.
Yeah. In the end, you say they don't trade up. They make all 3 picks.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I would not be surprised if we see Isaiah Stewart get drafted by them.
Okay.
I mean, and maybe, who knows, because you said they have the 30th pick?
Yes. They got the 26th, the 30th, and the 14th.
I mean, dude, hell, who knows? Maybe if they don't take Isaiah Stewart, they take Daniel Oturu at 30. Who knows?
Maybe. That's going to do it, though, for us here on MVP Sports Live. Thank you guys for sticking around with us. This is probably one of the longer episodes that we've had. Make sure to, again, join the Discord. Link down below, or !Discord into Twitch chat if you have not already. Patreon.com/MVP vids if you want to support us. Silver and above get to interact with the show in a way more than just Twitch chat. Gold and above get content a week early. So when that draft content comes out next week, you can get more of it than everyone else for the sample week for the Patreon content. You can also support us. Thank you to Chainsaw for doing this also by throwing us a sub on Twitch, where we're live every Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/MVP vids. You can also catch us, though, on YouTube at MVP Sports. I want to thank you guys for chilling with us on a beautiful Friday. I hope you enjoyed the show. We will be back next week for more sports coverage. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
Bye.